Okay. Okay, I'm just going live just for a few minutes. Just for a few minutes. I'm going live a few minutes. Man. Okay. I'm going live just for a few minutes, family, because I had a few things I want to talk. Well, not a few things, but just wanted to. Peace. Iro Kuru, I see you. Jamaica Melly, I see you. Let me see. A Town of Productions, I see you. Peace to my family. See you in Texas. Sister Sharon, I see you. Blackjack, never disappoint. I appreciate you. A real one is live. I love y'all, man. Y'all ain't no joke. So check this out. All right, here's something that's going on, along with all of the other things that are happening right now in this magnificent world that we live in. One of the things going on is you've all seen that they will not be charging the officer in the murder of Eric Garner. I know you have seen that. I know you've witnessed that. Now, I've gone over this many times, and many people have gone over the same exact thing that I'm going to remind everyone about right now. You have something called the Casual Killing Act. The Casual Killing Act. All right, you are referring to this Casual Killing Act in the 1600s, by which a slave patroller, a slave master, or what we may refer to today as a police officer, could kill one of us, or a number of us, as a result of correcting us. So if they wanted to correct us because we didn't do something the way they wanted us to do it, they could kill us. And when they did such, they would not be brought to jail. They would not be convicted of any crime. Why? Because the slave didn't do, or the nigger didn't do what I told him to do. Very, very, very simple. I just want to make that very clear. So when you see what is going on right now, do not be surprised, and please do not be like everybody else and say the same exact thing that most people like to say, because it helps to relieve a level of responsibility. They say, oh my God, they don't do that, or why would the government do that, or oh, we just keep trying to get justice from them. Listen, they don't care. And I know for some of us it's hard to hear this. They do not care. The United States government, the United States corporation, does not give a damn. They do not. They in no way, shape, or form care about black men. They in no way, shape, or form care about black women. They in no way, shape, or form care about black children. They do not give a damn. I'm making this painstakingly clear because I do my best to be very polite when I speak. I do my best to be respectful at the same time. This is going to get to the very point, the inevitable point, where war is going to come. They want it to come. That's why they're doing this. They want it to come. My Moorish brothers will say, well, Rizza, it's because you're not nationalizing. We have to nationalize. We have to declare our nationality. Okay, that's one. That's a part, possibly. Then our other brothers are saying, well, it's because, or should I say our Hebrew Israelite brothers are saying, well, it's because we have not kept God's commandments. Rizza, that's why, because we have violated his commandments. Okay. All right. Then some of the Muslim brothers will say, well, it is because we do not follow the Holy Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Okay. Then our Christian family says it's because, well, Jesus is the only way. He is the way, the truth, and the light, and we are not confessing with our mouth and believing in our heart that Jesus Christ has risen from the dead. See, let me explain this to you. You are dealing with a beast with no moral compass, no moral conscience. You are dealing with pure evil. That thing that you've only seen in movies, that thing that you've, that you thought was only in movies, that you thought is not something in reality. You are dealing with pure evil, plain and simple. This system in no way gives a damn about religion. It does not care for law. It does not care for morality. There is no ethics. There is no sound mind of principle. You are dealing with the United States corporation. They do not give a damn. And it is very specifically, accurately, definitely that and that alone. This is why we did much better under segregation, or should I say separation. Specifically, separation is best. But we had more success when we had our own everything. Now, when I say that, some of you might get a little irritated, or some of you might say, okay, Rizza, now what are you talking about? Little China, little Armenia, little Cambodia, little Ethiopia. There is a major Jewish district in every major city. Little Korea, or Koreatown, in every major city. Greek town in every major city. They are separate. They have their own everything. Yet they do business with the United States. So there are nations within a nation. We can do the same exact thing. That's what I'm referring to. That's what the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad was referring to. That is what the Honorable Minister Farrakhan refers to. 8 to 10 states. 8 to 10 states. At least one of these states must have an outlet to the ocean. That way we can enter into international trade, business, and commerce without needing a third party, or without needing this government to help us with importing and exporting our own goods and services. For our fish, etc., for businesses, cars, whatever, clothing, materials. We don't want to have to ask the United States for help. We don't need to ask them for help. But that's what we own right now. Until we do all of those things, until we declare that, until we separate, we will continue to suffer like this. And I, for one, I'm telling you straight, the government's already visited me a number of times, and I'm not just specifying and generalizing the government. No, let's just be specific. The United States Federal Bureau of Investigation has definitely visited your brother multiple times. Flashed their huge rectangular badges with the mission statement on what the FBI is, etc. My point. Sovereignty is one part of it, but they won't respect that entirely. Out of all of these things, we have to come together and secure what it is that we have. Because even though we can become sovereign, even though we are sovereign, we must have an army to protect our sovereignty. No nation is a nation without an army. No nation is a nation without an army. Let us make this very clear for some who are still stuck in believing that the United States government will not attack them. They will attack you. They have attacked us. They in no way give a damn about playing fair. Once again, we are not dealing with a group of moral, principle-filled, ethical individuals. This is a government based upon Satan himself. This is the mystery Babylon. Babylon, Baby London. This is the new modern Rome. Rome. You ever notice how we have so many Colosseums in America? They brought them from Rome here. This is the new Rome. This is the modern Greece. This is the modern Sodom and Gomorrah. This is the modern Ad and Thamud. This is the modern every type of city and habitation of devils. And this is that land that God hates. I'm being straight with you. This is the government that has caused more wars, more horror, more death and destruction to multiple countries across the planet. It has caused more bloodshed, has caused more death and destruction of men, women, and children across the planet than any other country on this earth. Not even Israel, the country of Israel, the state of Israel. They haven't even done as much horror, as much horrific decimation of human life as America. Israel has done their share, yes, but they have not done as much as America. I'm just making it very clear so that we can understand. So, with Eric Garner, may Allah be pleased with our brother. He was placed in an illegal stranglehold, illegal chokehold. Just like another brother was killed because he was selling loosies or loose cigarettes. Another brother was killed for selling CDs. Another brother was killed for having an Arizona tea in his hand. Another brother was killed because he had his hands up. Another brother was killed because he looked to the right when he should have looked to the left. Another brother was killed because he took too deep of a damn breath. Y'all think when we are speaking and we're talking and we're having all this fun and we're doing our best to make light of things, just understand it's just that. We're doing our best to make light of it. But we don't like it. We, meaning those of us on the front line, it's not fun. This is not fun. I'm just making it very clear to you. It's not fun. It's not fun. It's not easy. This government hates us. Hates. I'm making it clear. They in no way care. They don't. It's not an emotional thing that you need to understand it as. This is a survival thing. You're dealing with the extinction of an entire species of people, referring to the Caucasian. And as their species dwindles, as their numbers dwindle, as they are now you are going into a phase of survival. Now they are turning into the fight or flight component of survival. When you are facing extinction, you have to make one of two choices. Either you attack or succumb. Attack or succumb. Attack or succumb. Meaning you face the problem or you allow the problem to destroy you. Face the problem or allow the problem to destroy you. This is the position that the United States government is in. This is the position that rich and wealthy Caucasians are in. The world that they have built on lies and tricks has now been completely exposed and has run its course. And it is now coming down. Imagine you grew up, imagine your whole life, you knew things one way, you were given virtually everything, you were born with privilege, you were born and had everything. But imagine that at a certain point, time ran out and your entire world that was built on lies and tricks and thievery and stealing and murder is now coming down. How will you live? How will you survive? How will you use your tactics and your strategy of living that you have implemented from your very existence? How will you continue to operate when it no longer works? You now have to kick into a level of survival now. This is where the hunter mentality comes in. This is where the warrior mentality comes in. I'm referring to this government now. I want us to be very clear. This government is kicking into that mentality. They are pushing to survive. America is broke. America is over $60 trillion in debt. The dollar no longer is king like it used to be. The American dollar is no longer king. America owes so many countries money. And instead of giving them the money that they owe them, they are threatening to bomb them. They threaten to murder them. They threaten to kill their leaders. Or they simply set up what is called coups, where they train CIA operatives to go into other nations, create turmoil and cause issues in those nations to turn the people against the leadership within that nation, and then assassinate the leader and then place a new leader in the place of that leader, and that new leader just happens to be a trained CIA operative, him or herself. You're dealing with a devilish government. and they know their time is running out. They don't want truth to be put on the internet. They don't want people to speak out against vaccinations, speak out against the presidency, speak out against the corrupt government, speak out against the police, speak out. They don't want anything of righteousness or any righteous behavior or good conduct to rear its head. They don't want that. They don't want people investing in Bitcoin. They don't want you to purchase gold. They don't want you to buy land. They don't want you to unite as a people. They don't want you, me, or you to unite with our brothers and sisters in Africa, to connect in international trade, to establish businesses and to establish programs. They don't want that. They don't want anything like that. And for some of us, we get stuck on things that are irrelevant. I don't give a damn about any religious argument or discussion, because your religious argument or discussion is not going to help my people to survive. Get over it. Get over it. People dying in the hood every day. People dying in other countries every day. People starving right now in the hood. Right now. People starving in other countries right now. People losing their houses right now. People losing their family members right now. People do not have an ability to make money in certain areas right now. You understand? So although there are beautiful things that we are focusing our attention on, we are doing our best to focus on beautiful things and positive things, and we are doing our best to help to prevent more of a problem. We're doing our best to get this stuff done. But I'm going to tell you, when I say this straight to you, we can't do it by ourselves. I'm going to just be straight. We can't do it by ourselves. This is not a game. And I'm saying this to you because too many people like to criticize. Criticism is okay. That's fine. To criticize, it is okay. But just be very careful and mindful to be doing the proper thing that you are trying to correct others on doing. If you are not involved in doing something to help to change the condition that we are in as a people, I'll be damned if you open your mouth once. Don't say nothing. If you are not out here helping us, if you're not out here doing the right thing, if you're not out here doing something to change the condition of the people, you don't even have a right to criticize. Because trust me when I say, living this life is not easy. Brothers, it's not an easy life to live, man. It's sacrifice. Understand that. This is a sacrificial thing. You don't get in this for publicity. You don't get in this for likes. You don't get in this for views. This is long before Instagram even existed. Get out of the religious trap. Get out of that nonsense, the religious trap, brothers. I'm speaking to the brothers, specifically because we're going to have to fight. And some of us may not get this through our head because we think, it's comfortable now. No, everything is cool. No, everything is not cool. This is the time where you do not want to fall asleep. This is the time where you damn sure better be paying attention a whole lot more. Pay attention. Pay close attention. When you see what's going on over here, when you see what's going on in the world, imagine this. Remember when we didn't even have cell phones? We couldn't see videos of one another like this. Remember this? Remember back then? Okay, those of us who were born and raised in a time where there was beepers. All right, we had beepers, right? At a certain point, we had beepers. All right. You couldn't just talk to people like this on video. You couldn't have conversations like this. Remember at a certain point, we would just go outside and actually play outside. Remember at a certain point where we had family gatherings and get-togethers. Remember at a certain point where you could go to sleep and not lock your door. Remember at a certain point where everybody's house was everybody's house because we were family. I'm going to say that again. Remember at a certain point when everybody's house was everybody's house because we were family. If you knew one person on the block, you was family. The whole block knew everybody on the block. If you remember this, everybody on the block knew everybody on the block. If something happened over at Mama Chris' house, the whole block will come out. What's going on, Mama Chris? She all right? Everybody good? Let me say that again, because I know some of you are like, where's he going? 1 block. We would all know each other. Now, we don't know one another that well. We're not in communication with one another that well. We have too many cell phones, too many smartphones, too many iPhones. We have all of this. So if the enemy decided to, they could shut this down and we would lose communication and connection with everybody. That's power. That's power. If I can end your communication with the flick of a switch and you lose connection to your entire family, all your friends, the whole hood, you're gone. Nobody can contact anybody. I want you to understand what power is so that you can prepare for what the hell is going down. Do you know your directions? North, south, east, west. Do you know how to survive? Do you know? Do you know? If anything happened all of a sudden, would you know how to get where you need to get? Do you know how to use your internal GPS? North, south, east, west. North to mountains, south to sea. The sun rises in the east, sets in the west. Okay, I can get around that. Can you go for 2 or 3 days without eating? Can you go for 2 or 3 days without eating if you had to survive? Could you? Do you know how to fight? And I'm not saying street fight, brothers. Let's be real, man. That street fighting stuff yeah, sometimes it's all right, but are you training? Are we training? Are we in the gym? Like, really, though. Sisters, I'm not talking to you at the moment. You're here, so please continue to listen. However, I'm talking to the brothers in particular because you're not getting this, brothers. But there is a thing called martial law. There is a thing called forced everything. Forcing you to stay in your house, forcing you to be here, forcing you to be there, forcing you to take this vaccination, forcing you to put this bracelet on, forcing you to be put in this cage, forcing you to be put in this camp, forcing you to be here, forcing you to be there. It's happening right now. I'm just seeing who's paying attention. I'm just seeing who's watching. Who's paying attention? You comfortable doing your videos, watching Netflix, chilling, smoking, drinking, turning up, not paying attention to a goddamn thing that's really going on. And you think we just too serious. Some of you think we're too serious. Yet you rely on us for the answers. But you think we're too serious. I'm telling you. Don't get so comfortable here. Don't get so comfortable here. I'm just telling you. Don't get so comfortable, man. I do my best to make it light, but trust me when I say this. If you knew everything that was going on, you would be paranoid if you knew. If you even knew a third or a fifth or a 13th of it, you would be paranoid. Because there's too much. There's too much. So brothers, understand this. There's a war coming and y'all thinking, okay, it's black and white, black versus white. Hold on. Listen, this government is being found out by the people. There are a lot of white people who hate this government. A lot of white people who hate this government. As a matter of fact, let's make this very clear. There are more white people who hate this government than there are black people who hate this government. And you know why? 1, white people outnumber us currently in the United States. Currently. 2, white people are the #1 groups of militias. Those who have the largest amounts of ammunition and guns in America are white people. The #1 groups of people who hate this government and who are threatening to attack the government if the government continues to deal injustice to us is white people. I want to make this very clear on that point. Just on that point. So you have something outside of black and white, and you have something called the poor. The poor. There's black people who are poor, some white folks who are poor, Mexicans who are poor. We are at the bottom, so don't get it twisted. But there is that class of poor people. We are in that class. The difference between us and all of those who are poor, everybody else, is that we are the most ignorant. We are the most ignorant. White people are training for war. A lot of them. A lot of them are training. They have weapons from knives to tasers to stun guns to batons. They have bulletproof pants, bulletproof shirts, some of them. Seriously, not being funny. The average house of a gun owner who is Caucasian, I believe they said has between 13 to 20 guns on average. I'm not telling you to get a gun. I'm letting you know the numbers on what they have. Because you need to understand who's preparing and who's not. If you out here right now and all you doing is you smoking and drinking, and you thinking that's just cool and I should just live my life how I want to live it. Okay. Go ahead, live your life the way you want to live it. Do you, man. Do you. All power to you. Do you. U.S. government has drones. They have helicopter gunships. They have percussion grenades. They have more fireworks. They have robotic mosquitoes, robotic snakes that can swim through water and into your sewer pipes, and into your home. They have robotic cheetahs and dogs. They have a whole list of robotic animals. Artificially intelligent humanoids. If you think I'm tripping, you might want to research the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, also known as DARPA. DARPA. And the only reason why I'm giving you all this information is so you can understand what mode you need to be in. You need to be in a survival mode. Yes, they have direct energy weapons. Yes, they do. And there's a whole lot of things going on, man. There's a whole lot of stuff going on. People want to talk all damn day, but nobody want to fight. People want to talk all day. There are people on YouTube talking now. People on IG talking. I'm speaking, but I'm educating. I'm not talking. Firework. It just baffles me, man. It just baffles me. That's all. It just makes me wonder just how many of us will really survive. That's all I got to say. I appreciate my brothers and sisters who are doing business. They're doing something. I appreciate my brothers and sisters who are grinding to do something, to build something. That I appreciate. However, I'm going to say this. Outside of business, outside of all the rest of the relevant things, outside of business and building a nation and things of that nature, we need that. Outside of that, if you are not training, if you're not exercising, if you're not strategizing, you will be a casualty of war. You will be that. Some of y'all, firework. Some of y'all are, again, relaxed and comfortable as hell. And this is the exact time in history, every single time in every single nation, when war breaks out. It is when the people are either heavily distressed and tired of their government, or when they are extremely calm. Heavily distressed or extremely calm. I don't know why my phone isn't focusing. 1 second here. Heavily distressed or extremely calm. And when you get a people to a point where they are extremely calm, you can do anything to them. You can do anything. You can issue an executive order and go straight into all the neighborhoods at night, and they won't know what hit them. They won't know. Do you know how to get out of your house? Do you know the exits? Do you know where to go? Do you know which streets can be blocked off? Do you know how to climb over buildings? Do you have any escape route? Does anyone have escape routes? Have you taught your children how to roll out of bed if they need to roll out and get to the escape route? Have you trained? Firework. Some of y'all like, Rizza, come on, man. You making it seem like it's like, come on. Like it's, come on, Rizza. Like this is unreal, man. Like that's not going to happen. Those of you who think, oh, Rizza, it's not going to happen. You clearly are not paying attention. I just wanted to come on and drop a few different things like that. Eric Garner, yes, he was murdered because we still live under the Casual Killing Act. That's why they kill us like this. Until you fight back, they're going to continue to kill us. I'm saying it like this because this is what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said. I'm not saying something that's crazy. Until you fight back, they're going to kill you. They're going to. There should not come a point where the woman has to step in front of us to protect us. That is unacceptable. No woman should have to stand in front of the man to protect us and protect our people, protect the children. No. It is getting to that point, and I just had to get on here to tell y'all this because I'm seeing all kinds of stuff all over the internet. I'm looking from the celebrities to the brothers and sisters in the hoods, everybody. I'm just watching. And then I'm looking at what the government is doing. I'm seeing what they're doing over here. I'm seeing what they're doing over there. I'm looking at the policies they're passing. I'm looking at what the House of Representatives and the senators are passing. I'm looking at all these bills and all these laws that are being proposed all across the country, state laws and federal laws. And I'm just wondering, is anybody paying attention? Is anybody seeing this? Or, I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one. There are tens of millions, hundreds of millions of us in this country seeing this. But I'm looking like for our people, outside of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and his followers, outside of some of the brothers and sisters within the conscious community, outside of some of the lawyers, outside of some of those in politics, the masses of our people, are they seeing this? Because if we are not seeing this, we will be a victim of it again. But it's going to be much different. It's going to be much different. If you don't know how to fight, don't talk. If you don't know how to protect, don't talk. As a matter of fact, if you don't know how to fight and you don't know how to protect, you should only be listening. I'm not just saying to me, I'm saying everything else. All you need to be doing is finding out where to go train at in martial arts first. Some of y'all want to run and grab a gun before anything else. Okay, but what happens when you run out of bullets? What happens when you run out of ammunition? What happens when you drop the gun? The gun gets taken from you. Now what? What you got? What you got? Learn how to survive. Learn how to. If you want to get a gun, do you. But outside of the gun, learn how. Learn how to use these. Learn how to use this. Learn. Stop getting so damn comfortable. I truly love y'all, man, but at the same time, I'm telling you right now, it's not easy. It's not easy. Trust me when I say it's not easy. And the only reason why some of you believe that we might be crazy or we might be over the top or y'all reason, man, y'all get too serious is because you're not involved. You're not involved. You're on the back end. You're on the receiving end. You be like, oh, man, that's dope, y'all. Man, that's great. That sound cool, man. All respect what y'all do. Because it hasn't hit your doorstep yet. You want to wait for it to hit your doorstep? Does something bad have to happen to you in order for you to get that bad things can happen to you? I'm asking you again. Does something bad have to happen to you in order for you to realize and understand that bad things can happen to you? Or do we not learn from bad things happening to other people? Do we not learn that they brought tanks into Compton, to Watts, to LA before? They brought them into Ferguson before. They brought them into Detroit before. They brought them into every area when they could not control us after they murdered us and we rose up against them. Do you not understand where this is going? Do you not understand this? See, when the woman gets tired, when the women are getting tired, as they are now, as they have been tired. When the women are willing to die, that's when you know something is definitely wrong. That's the last resort. When the mother of civilization decides to make herself a sacrifice, which means what? That means the entire nation just stepped out. She represents the entire nation. If she dies, there is no more us. What does that mean? Get your ass up, brothers, and protect. Sisters, back up and allow us to protect. I'm not asking you anymore. And I'm not asking anybody. I'm telling you. It can't be no other way. There is no other way. Until you decide to get the hell up and protect, we will be attacked. But I'll be damned if it happens in front of me. I'm just telling you, man. Think I'm crazy, think I'm being over the top, say that I'm doing too much. You can say whatever the hell you want to say. But I don't have any children. I don't know how people can even have children in this world right now. But you do. And I'm not saying anything negative about that. You have children. That's a blessing. That's a beautiful thing. However, I'm seeing why Allah, God, the Supreme Being, saw it fit that I don't have no children right now. I see why my life is in the position that it's in. Because this right here, man, whoo. You have no idea, man. I'm telling you. I'm 29 and I'm feeling this pressure. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it for y'all, man, because most of you who have children, you go through so much. You go through a whole lot. At the same time, if we don't get things together, you're going to go through a whole lot more. That's the point. That's why we have to come together. Period. So, number one, forget the religious arguments. I don't give a damn anymore. I don't care. Knock it off. Anybody who's trying to debate Brother Rizza Islam, go to hell. Go to hell. Go to hell. If you are not paying attention to what's going on. I will not waste none of my damn mental energy or spiritual energy or nothing that I have or have been given by Allah, the Supreme Being, thankfully, and I'm still studying. I'm still a student. I will always be a student under the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. But if we are going to waste our mental capacity and the education and knowledge that we have accumulated over the years on bashing one another, when this government is attacking all of us, then each and every one of you individuals who choose to debate rather than help, you can go to hell because you are of no good to our people. Period. And I say that out of love. I don't give a damn anymore. We need to help our people. It's just very simple. Help the people, man. Just help the people. I don't care about anything else. I don't care. Hebrew Israelite, Nation of Islam, Moorish Science Temple, Nawabian, Pan-African, RBG. Dude, great. The women need help. The children need help. The brothers need help. That's it. End of story. Plain and simple. Islam. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you. Shalom, shalom. Whatever. Whatever. Seriously. But I really get tired of seeing this, man. I get tired of it. Celebrities out here doing what they do. People in the hood doing what they do. The government doing what they do. But the one thing we all need to be doing, us as a people, is coming together, uniting, so that we can do something for ourselves. It's real simple. Somebody said, what time is it? Nation time. I'm going to end it with this. You ever notice how every day you have this feeling where you're waiting for something to happen? You're waiting for something to happen. And then we have so many distractions coming all up at the same time. We literally are being distracted every day. Every day. On purpose. We're being distracted every day on purpose. I don't have time to focus on distractions. I don't give a damn about sports right now. And I feel you. I got a lot of brothers and sisters who love sports. You can love sports. I hear you. But I can't care too much about somebody dunking a basketball when my people are dying. I'm sorry. I don't really care too much for it. Movies, I like watching movies. I love it as entertainment. However, I'm not really interested, or nor do I really care about who's getting what part in what movie. And oh my God, who's getting this role in this. I don't care too much for that. Football, great. I'm not really interested. I don't really give a damn right now. Horse racing, Tennis, I love Sister Venus and Serena, but I'm not interested really right now. Golf, oh man, I love all these sports, but I don't really care right now. I really don't. The new album that just came out from this person and all his bars and her bars is dope and all that. I'm with all the entertainment. I love all of it. I love it. I love it. At the same time, we're not free right now. And because we're not free means we kind of need to get up on our game. We're a couple centuries behind right now. A couple centuries behind. That means a few 100 years behind. But because we have smartphones and we're comfortable like this, and oh, look, check me out. Oh, we got all this. You think life is easy. The enemy is okay with black people now. The government's not trying to kill anybody. We're all kumbaya. We have made it. We have overcome. The world is better now. Bullshit. Sorry, brothers and sisters, if you have children watching. My apologies. BS. BS. I really do apologize if you have children watching. Sincerely, I do. I apologize. BS. I'm not even frustrated because I know what I know. I just know what I know. I know what I see. I know what I've learned. I know what I have witnessed myself. And I know what I know, and what I know is that we are not prepared. As a people, we're not prepared. All of us are not going to make it. All of us are not. A large amount, yes. All of us, no. Some of us are really that far gone. And when I say that, don't start thinking about yourself and saying, oh, I must be too far gone, so I'm going to give up. No, no, no. Everybody who's watching and listening, no, you keep going. Keep striving. Keep getting better. Keep evolving. Don't try to cop out and say, oh, man, well, hell, I'm too far gone. I might as well just turn up and die. No, no, no. We ain't with that. No, you will evolve, train, exercise. Sisters, start reading books more. Start learning more. Every day, listen to at least 20 or 30 minutes of a lecture from an intellectual black woman. Listen to Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. Listen to Sister Shahrazad Ali. Listen to Angela Davis. Listen to Dr. Joy DeGruy. Listen to Sister Soldier. Listen to Assata Shakur. Listen to any one of the black female scholars. Listen to Dr. Ava Muhammad. Listen to Mother Tainetta Muhammad. Listen to the female scholars. Brothers, find which scholar you love the most, whoever that is. Watch a lecture, 20 to 30 minutes minimum. I'm being real nice, but 20 to 30 minutes minimum every day of a lecture. Enhance your mind. Enhance your mental capabilities and abilities. Enhance it. Please, I'm telling you, it doesn't have to be Minister Farrakhan. It can be anybody who is adding useful knowledge and information to you. Useful knowledge and information. Not somebody who's talking about and bashing other people. No, F all that. We're not with that anymore. Somebody who's going to give you that useful knowledge. Find one of the scholars you like. You like the way they sound. You like their voice. You like what they're talking about. And listen to them. Brother Malcolm X, yes. Dr. Umar Johnson, yes. Dr. Khalid Muhammad, yes. Listen to them. Damn it. It doesn't matter who it is. Get the knowledge. Because right now, the enemy is on the prowl. I'm telling you. And if you don't have your mind right, Taj Tariq Bey, yes, please. Absolutely. Brother Taj Tariq Bey, Brother Sabir Bey, please, all family, all of them, listen to them. KRS-One, yes, get it in. Get it in. What I'm saying is, you're dealing with a government upon which knowledge is how they attack. They attack based on what they know. They use knowledge. They use strategy. They use cunning. Boy. The majority of their staff members happen to be psychologists. Psychologists. So, Their power comes from how well they can manipulate and control the mind. So if your mind is under your control, then you got it. You good. If your mind is under your control, boom, you good. Now, once you get your mind under your control, then you get everything else under your control. Start exercising more. Start training in martial arts. Find a dojo somewhere. If you want to do boxing, that's cool too. Find a place where they train you in boxing. If you want to do kickboxing, that's all right. Kempo, Jiu-Jitsu, Jeet Kune Do, Wing Chun. All of that is cool. It's all good. Taekwondo was beautiful. Let me see. VSK Jiu-Jitsu is amazing. Learn something. Krav Maga is cool. I'm with it. But just understand that you must get your mind trained up right now. Your physical trained up right now. Next, you get your strategic and organization skills up right now. Learn where you're going. Where are you walking? Learn the area. Learn all the major buildings in your city. Where is the main source of electricity in your city? Where is the main water filter in your city? Where are the main breakers? You need to, it's military strategy that you have to learn. You gotta know. Because as you know, you'll realize exactly what it is that they know, and then you will understand exactly how they operate. As a soldier, you have to know how your enemy thinks. Capoeira, yes, of course, the original. Capoeira, yes. So, I'm just telling you, family. Yes, as a part of your training, yes, make sure you get cardio in. Make sure you stretch. Yes, make sure you stock up on food. Food and water. You want to have a few 100 gallons of drinkable water stored in your house. A few 100 gallons. You want to have perishable foods. You want to have dry foods, certain beans, certain wild rice, not white rice, wild rice. You want to have emergency kits. You want to have generators for electricity. You want to have first aid kits. You want to have, I believe it's called a defibrillator. A defibrillator, I believe, where you can bring a person back, of course, if they go into cardiac arrest, etc. You want to have water purifiers. They have these huge straws where you can be able to drink the water from anywhere if need be. You want to have candles and matches and tape. You want to have all this stuff, all right? All of this stuff. Because some of you I know, and some of us I know, are still stuck in that mentality of, well, Rizza, it's just not, it's not that serious, bro. Like, it's not that serious, man. We don't need to be thinking about all this. No, we do. We do. It's just simple. We do. Solar powered lights. Yes. Solar powered handheld lights. Yes. What else? You want to have trash bags so you can make makeshift toilets. If you have the large trash bags, you can put that large trash bag in a trash can and make a makeshift. Oh, they just shouted me out on the Breakfast Club again, is what it says. I'll be on the Breakfast Club soon. I'll just let them know when I'm ready. Yes, to make makeshift toilets. You want to have your vitamins, your minerals, your herbs. You want to have all of this stuff together. All right. No, I'm not anywhere where it's daylight. It's just lights. It's just lights. Somebody said buy stock. You can do that if you want to. I wouldn't invest in the stock market, but you can. That's up to you. That's up to you. Don't worry about what Brother Rizza does on that. If you want to invest in the stock market, by all means, do you. All right. So, your brother, is it true that Hawaii is technically a sovereign nation that we could go to escape? Hawaii technically is sovereign. Yes, technically. But again, you have to know the laws about that. Gas masks, yes. Oh, here's another very important piece here that a lot of people may not have told you. Get a pilot's license. Some of y'all are like, okay, damn, Rizza, you going way up there. No, seriously. Seriously. Find the airports that are independent airports. The airports where people can fly in their private jets, their private one-engine airliners or planes where, the private jets, private helicopters. Find those. We have one here in Compton where they have a pilot's program where they can train you and license you to fly a plane or helicopter. It doesn't cost much at all for you to get your pilot's license, your helicopter's license. And once you do that, in case you need to get out, and this is very real. Now, I'm saying this and I'm putting this out there because all the rich folks know this. Once you get up to a certain tax bracket and you begin to make a certain amount of money, they become aware of how to get out of the nation if they need to. Driving is one option which they're not going to take. Getting on a ship is another option which many of them may or may not take. But flying is an option that most, if they have the ability to, will take. But you want to have a pilot's license. Just in case the airports are extremely backed up, which they will be. They will be. Just being straight with you. The airports will be packed. They'll be backed up. They will be packed. That's the truth. So if you want to be able to get out yourself, you should have a pilot's license. Got it? That's probably one of the most important things you will ever hear. About this Area 51 fiasco, I really don't care. Anybody who has half a brain cell would know. You would know. One, yes, Area 51 does exist. Absolutely, of course. Obama was one of the first presidents to even admit it. Richard Nixon was another one who admitted that they existed. Let's see. Abraham Lincoln, I believe Area 51 didn't exist at that time, I believe. No, it did not. But Abraham Lincoln was very, very, very interested in science and technology. So just so you can understand, the presidency and the White House and those elected officials and the federal government, they've been involved with technology for a very long time because they were studying our original technology. So yeah, the whole Area 51 thing, yeah, do you, bro. But I would not be so foolish as to try to storm one of the most highly guarded facilities in the world. They have weaponry that you have never even heard of before. So you go ahead, do your thing. Run up in there with them crazy as hell white folks. Area 51, show me the aliens. Yeah, okay. We're going to show you some aliens. They're going to show you some aliens, all right? Do your thing, but no, I'm not. Please. We black folk. Black folks are not running to government buildings unless it's to get your damn EBT, right? That's not a low blow. That's just the truth. But black folks are not about to go storm some government facility just to say maybe there's aliens and let's see them. Then what? What you gonna do? You see the aliens, they wave at you high. Now what? The hell y'all talking about? See, get focused, man. Get focused, please. Area 51 is not going to help us to get into a better condition or position as a people. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, come on, man. Area 51. Yo, knock it off. That's some white boy's fantasy. I want to go to Area 51, Mom and Dad. Please let me go to Area 51. Okay, Jimmy, you go over there. You're going to be... Okay, let them do that. But can we focus, please? Please. Lord have mercy. And that whole thing with the aliens, I don't want to go into that, but this, man, just... Okay, forget Area 51. Damn it, I'm worried about the hood right now. I'm worried about the hood. I'm worried about my people. I'm worried about what we're going to do. That's what I'm worried about. Jesus. They'll do anything to take us off, man. Oh, my Lord. Area 51. Here, let's do this little filter for our face and make us look like we're 90. I personally would not want to know what I'm going to look like when I'm 80 or 90 because I'm going to be too focused on making sure I remain looking like I'm still 25. I'm going to be more focused on that. On making sure I stay looking like I'm 25 or 30. This hat don't do it right. Well, I'll be focused on that. So y'all can do your thing. But anyway, I think that's about it, family. I think that is about it. Here's another thing. Philadelphia. There's an event that we are doing. Myself, our brother David Banner, a lot of speakers. It was created by our brother Dave Anderson. Dave Anderson, also known as the Business Bully. Good brother. It is called BullyCon. BullyCon, the Bully Convention. It's a black business convention. That is towards the end of this month. I believe it's on the 27th of July. I believe it's on the 27th of July of this month. Family, this is what I need you to do. Need you to go to his page. Go to his page. And I need you to click the link in his bio. Dave Anderson, the Business Bully. And I need you to get your tickets so that when I get out there and my brother David Banner gets out there, we'll be ready for y'all. We need y'all support with this because it's that time. Come out to these events. Don't be staying at the house and trying to see them on the computer, watch them on your phone. Show up. Why? Because the information that we are giving out and the solutions that we are giving out have to be followed up ASAP. They have to be followed up ASAP. You get what I'm saying? So I just posted it right here. Our brother, the Business Bully. Make sure you go to that IG page. The Business Bully. Dave Anderson. Go to that page. Right there. The Business Bully. Go to that page. Click the link in the bio. Get the tickets so that I can see you guys there. There is a 6-city tour that I will be on. 6-city tour that I will be on. One of the cities will be Los Angeles. Another one of the cities will be Houston, Texas. Another one of the cities will be Atlanta, Georgia. Another one of the cities, I believe, is Miami, Florida. So there are 6 cities, and then I'll look at the rest. But make sure, family, when I post the next flyer, I'm going to put it in my story. I'm going to put it on my page, as a matter of fact, for that event and the next event. Make sure you get the tickets for that, because when we get out there, it's about to be work. It's about to be work. Oh, yeah, and I think Chicago is one of them as well. Yes, we are doing a meet and greet. We are definitely doing a meet and greet. That is a definite. We are doing a meet and greet. Also, Detroit, yes. Also, the book, my very first book that I'm writing, it is called Message to the Millennials. And the major premise behind this book, for those who read, and I'm also going to do my best to do an audio book as well because I like to listen as well as read. The major premise and the reasoning behind this book is because in 2017, the FBI classed us, labeled us, black people who love to be black, who are passionate about being black, who are prideful about who we are and our history, and who are fearless and who have a propensity and a likelihood to stand up for ourselves if we are attacked. They labeled us as BIEs, also known as Black Identity Extremists. So what they are saying is you shouldn't be proud to be black, and you shouldn't want to stand up for yourself. You should allow us to beat you up and kill you and murder you and just lay down and take it. Okay. So to hell with that. All right. To hell with that thinking. That is the reasoning why I'm putting together this book. It is called Message to the Millennials. And it is going into how I feel, and I have analyzed that it is not the black identity that they're afraid of. It is the black intellect that they're afraid of. Our intellect is what makes them afraid. Because as we are rising, they fear what it is that we might do. They fear this.